Welcome to the Legacy Solutions Podcast, where we discuss the principles of mindset, management, and maintenance, and how each plays a pivotal role in building your life, your family, and your business. Thanks for joining in on the conversation with your host, Darnisha.
Family, we are back for another episode of Legacy Solutions Podcast, and I'm so excited today. I have the amazing, the infamous Dr. Cosette White. How are you today?
I am good. Thank you so much. I am extremely excited to be here. I'm extremely excited to have this conversation. So thank you.
No, thank you. Listen, I don't know if you know it, you like it, want it, but you have me. You are like my mentor. And so it is such an honor to be on this platform with you. And we're going to talk a little bit, I guess, first about your background and how you came to be known as the financial physician and some of the upcoming projects that you have going on.
Absolutely. So, of course, I am Dr. Cosette M. White, America's #1 tax and accounting strategist. And my journey, of course, I am the CEO of My Financial Home. We are in California. Of course, we do taxes, accounting, and other business services. And then I'm also the founder and CEO of the Tax Curative, which we are an institute providing resources, tools, coaching, training to tax, accounting, CPAs, enrolled agents. And so my journey, believe it or not, you all, it started some time ago when I got that first W-2. So that's how it really started. I walked into the kitchen very happy. And I asked my grandmother if she could do my tax return. And she was like, sweetheart, go upstairs. I need you to get a pen and a paper, and we're going to sit down here at this table and do this together. So It really started then, you guys. Now, how did I acquire the name Your Financial Physician? Of course, when I got my doctorate, I was like, I had to change my name because I used to go by the Money Coach. And I realized that name was taken. It was trademarked. So I decided, what could I actually come up with? So that's how I actually came up with the financial physician. Once I got the doctor's degree, I was like, I'm all about finances. Let's just make it the financial doctor. So that's how it came about, you guys.
Love it. That's great. And so in your business, who do you work with? Is it primarily like small business owners and
Yeah, small business owners, 6 and 7 figure CEOs. I don't, and I know we teach narrow down, but my narrow down to my niche is small business owners. Really, that's who it is. And so I truly, I love what I do.
Yes, that's good. That's good. And it's really, as I mentioned, it's really exciting to have you on here. But what's even more exciting is that we have something special coming up. Can you give us a little bit of insight on that?
Sure. The sneak preview, you guys. We have a book. We have a book that we've been working on behind the scenes. It is called Tax Strategies for Small Business Owners, and it is designed specifically for our business owners. We go into everything from auditing, from business structure, from tax planning to estimated taxes to FBAR. We take you on a ride. And our main goal is to save you some money and to keep you out of trouble with the Internal Revenue Service.
That's good. That's really good. So one thing that I just want to mention, and I on the next episodes, you'll hear this, but I was speaking with another co-author, and we were talking about how as business owners, the tax code is written essentially to benefit us. And so it's really important that we take advantage of it. You know, you see people like Donald Trump, Elon Musk, Amazon, these big companies who really take advantage and utilize the tax code for their benefit.
Yes, absolutely. And it's important for our business owners, like we know that you guys don't want to take the time to learn the codes that we do, but really like seek the advice and really take the book and pick it up, immerse in it, read chapter by chapter. There's something in there for every single business owner. And even for our publisher, let's just say this. She's not a tax professional, but she can tell you that she's learned so much by taking the moments, taking the time to read our chapters, edit our chapters, and make sure that they were okay. But she learned a lot.
I bet. I bet. I think it's important too to just like keep in mind that, you want to outsource and hire the professionals, but you should know what's going on too, right? You don't want to walk in blind. You should be familiar with some things so that way you can have an educated conversation with the professional you're working with.
Absolutely. And it's so funny that you say that, because even when I go to the doctor, I always Google my symptoms and try to determine what's going on with me before I go into
Okay.
the doctor. And so I have a little bit of information and I know how to have that conversation, but I know he or she is ultimately going to say, this is what's wrong with you.
Mhm.
So just as you would probably Google what's wrong with you, you're looking up the symptoms, you're looking up everything that's possibly going on with you. Take that same energy and time into your finances, your business, to learn what's happening and know, so that when you do, when when Darnisha or I
Yes,
tell you,
I'm on that. I want to get to that level. Yes, I receive it.
she received that, listen at that. But when, we tell you something about your business, you can appreciate it and you know that we're steering you in the right direction.
Yes, that's good. What made you want to put together this project?
So I had this desire, and it's been in me for a good little while. It has
Mhm.
been in me since probably 2016, 17, 18 to write this particular book. And when I released the 5 books at one time on the same day, after that, I had made a decision that I was going to continue writing the books, but
Mhm.
things got in the way. And then when COVID got in the way, it just changed a lot of stuff in the business. And so I still wanted this book. I was itching to release it. And
Mhm.
so I said, you know what? Time is not on your side, or you haven't committed the time. So let's do this as a collaboration. There are
Mhm.
tons of individuals in our industry that are not authors. So who do you know? Who do you know? And so I just went to work like, who do I know? And I started asking around. And next thing I
Mhm.
know, I had 11, 12 of us to really put this book together, this piece together. And so, they say collaboration is better than doing it yourself.
Mhm.
So that was my
Mhm.
dream. And here it is. It's in its final stages, you guys. We are ready to drop the bad baby.
Yes, I'm ready. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. Um, let's back up. You said you wrote how many books in how many days?
Yes, I released 5 books
Okay, uh-huh.
on one day. Yeah, I released 5 books on one day. They were all published, all best-selling authors. There was actually, you guys, it was a strategy to it. It was truly a strategy as to how I ended up doing this. And so I was challenged by my business coach, and he was like, go for it. I'm like, I can't do that. He's like, I challenge you. I challenge you. And then he started adding more hype to it, like, go on, you'll be the first African-American woman to release 5 financial books in one day. I'm like, I can't.
Wow.
But we can do a lot of things that we don't think that we can. And so once he challenged me, I took the challenge, and we got it done.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. And you've also been on TV once or twice, you got
Yeah.
some street cred when it comes to the television.
Yeah, and I want to say to you guys, like, it is really important for us to be seen, be known, and be heard. And the truth of the matter is, I had another coach, and that was my media coach, and it was a done for you course. And when I'm into something, I'm really in, and I go gun ho. And so,
Mhm.
within the first month of enrolling in the class, I had literally pitched myself on about 6 television shows. And so
Wow.
I got on those 6, but it was the one in which I did at Fox Television. And I came home, I made the post, and the hostess said, thanks, can you tag me? So, they say a closed mouth doesn't get fed. I actually went into his DM and I said, hey, does the station have anyone that talks on money matters? And he
Mhm.
said, no. And I said, well, I would love to come in once a week. and once a week was a lot after I opened up my mouth. I was like, once a week and talk about money matters. He literally, you guys, he connected me with the right person. So it's really about the connection and who you know sometimes, but he
Right.
steered me in the right direction. There was some negotiating, but I actually got in, you guys. So I'm going to say this. It looks glamorous, but it's a lot of work on the back end because you
Mhm.
have to prep. You are preparing for 3 to 5 minute segment and it goes really fast.
Mhm.
But it does. What it really does, and I love it, is it allows you to be seen as the expert.
I love it. I love it.
Mhm.
I mean, it's not just the fact that you've been on TV, but you literally have the experience. You've been in corporate and you've been in business for years, and so you definitely have earned your stripes. So
Thank you.
that's
Thank you.
amazing. One thing that I took away from what you just said was that as a business owner, well, in your situation, you had coaches for different areas of your business. And so as business owners, we still need coaches, whether it's like a coach for our finances or a coach for our accounting and taxes. And it's okay to get help, we
It
should,
really, really is. Yes.
yeah,
And
that's
I
good.
will say, I've had, as I've grown, I may have outgrown certain coaches. And so I had to graduate to the next level. And
Mhm.
with all of us as business owners, as we grow and progress in our business, it is important to keep a coach. And here's my philosophy on it. We don't know everything. And as a coach, as a business owner, it can really get lonely in the office when
Yeah,
you don't have an outlet or a group to go to, an individual to go to. But when you can bounce ideas off, I'm telling you guys, the magic happens. A lot of things happen just by saying, what do you think about this? Or I was considering, and the magic really happens. I cannot tell you. And just the other day, my coach was talking to us and we were talking about revitalizing our groups. And she
mhm.
said one simple thing, and I had heard it before, but it was record on your cell phone a voice note, put a banner or a border around it, and send it out to everyone in your group.
Mhm.
Man, I can't tell you how many people said this was a cool idea. Thank you for the
Right.
reminder. I'm back in the group. And so this week alone, our group has been popping just because I did a few little things. So it's
That's
the
good.
small things that mean a lot when you have a coach.
That's good. That's really important. One thing that you said, I believe it was you. Yeah, you said that, you don't want to be the smartest person in the room. So even
No,
in business, you don't want to sit at the table and you know the most. You want to
right.
work with one, especially a tax or an accounting professional who can help educate and inform you when it comes
And
to
if
your
I
business.
could say this, like it is intimidating to a certain degree to sit
Hmm.
in the room with individuals that are, smarter, broader than you. But I
Hmm.
tell you guys, you learn so much. And where
Hmm.
you really learn is when you ask all the questions. When you're asking the questions of them, then you're learning a lot. And so you never know. You just
Yeah.
never know when you ask a question where that question is going to lead to. So,
True, true. Yeah, I like it when my business owners like they ask me questions because you end up having like a more robust conversation, you know what I mean?
yeah,
And so, it takes it a little bit deeper. And so we're not just talking about S corp versus sole proprietor, but like you're really digging into the
right.
nuance of how an S corp could benefit. And it kind of strokes the business owner's brain and they're thinking about strategies and how can I increase cash flow. So I
Right.
so
Right. I love it. I just love I love interaction with other business people. Let's just put it like that, business owners.
That's good. Thank you so much for sharing. Now, the authors in the book, so each author has a chapter specifically based on like their niche, however you say it, or like area of expertise.
That's correct. And I will say, as you know, we all have specific areas that we specialize in. Some of us overlap, but yes, each of the authors, we wanted to make sure that we touch base on a lot of different things that happen as, or shall I say that we need to know as business owners.
Mhm.
So, whatever one was well diverse in, they selected that area, whether it was tax planning, whether it was estimated taxes, how do you establish your business, what does it look like to be an S corporation, what does reasonable compensation look like, what about hiring your children? Those are some of the things that we touch bases on. What are some of the write-offs that you can take advantage of? We talked about some of the deliverables, the due dates. What does the IRS talk about or state when it comes to record keeping? One thing that I will stress, and you may have already heard it, but the IRS doesn't state that you have to have QuickBooks. You have to do Excel. The
Mhm.
IRS states, and then we talk about this in the book a little bit, just as long as you have great record keeping. They're concerned with that income that you made and
Right.
that those expenses that you are reporting, but they're concerned with that income, you guys. They want all the money, report all the correct sources of income. That's what they worried about. No
That is
underreporting.
that is so, so true. All right, that's good. Anything else that you want to mention to the people as we're going into 2023? Any advice, strategies, and also when can they expect to see or hear more about the book?
Absolutely. So next week, probably the end of next week or the beginning of January. When I say next week, you guys, I'm talking about the end of December, the beginning of January. You can expect to start seeing us blow up social media with everything about the book, Tax Strategies for Small Business Owners. But I want you guys to really, really stay tuned to your favorite author, whoever that may be, because we will be doing a virtual summit. We're doing a virtual summit early part of January, and we would love if you could participate with us, attend the summit. Information is soon to come, but you need to register for the summit, and each of the authors will have an opportunity to share their story. They'll have an opportunity to do some training, and you'll have an opportunity to hear from every single one of us. And of course, we're going to need your support because our goal is to be a bestseller, a best-selling book. So we will need your support when we have our release date, but we'll be releasing all of that information, and you'll be the first to know because we need your support.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, thank you so much for sharing that. And as she said,
Yes.
stay tuned. Our faces will be in the place. So you won't miss us. And we look forward to sharing this book. I'm really excited about it. I've written a book before, but I haven't written one specifically for tax and accounting. And so I'm excited to be a part of this project. And I know it's going to be helpful to business owners and I love helping people, and so I'm looking forward to see how
Yes.
many people are going to be touched and will benefit from the book.
Yeah, because it's truly about touching lives and making sure that you guys are all doing the right thing. So I'm excited. It's been a journey, but here's the great thing about it, guys, is like, had I decided to do this on my own, it would have taken a long time to do this. But we
Mhm.
decided as professionals to make sure that it was ready to be released right at tax time so that when you guys start asking us all the questions, you can pick up a copy of the book and refer to any of the chapters to determine what is it that you need to do. And
Mhm.
of course, we're not saying just stop there. If you need a professional, you will have, what is it, 12 of us at your fingertips that you can
Right.
reach out to for advice, for services, etc. We have EAs in there, if you
Yeah.
need representation with before the Internal Revenue Service. We have
Mhm.
a tax attorney that's on the project with us. So we have an array of different skill sets, which is something that I was absolute, positive that I needed an array, not just tax professionals, et cetera. We wanted to spread the expertise.
Yes, and it's really good. Listen, y'all, she don't play. She's like, don't come here with no inaccurate information. Y'all make sure y'all are on point. So we got on point in this book. It is factual and verified. So I'm looking forward to it. I just think it's funny how I'm wearing like no sleeves and you're wearing a sweater. I just noticed that.
Well, see, like you probably are in Florida where it's nice and warm. Now, although we say it's cold in California, if you're in the South or somewhere where it's 11 degrees, 13, because I hear right now it is snowing in Texas. I just got off the line with two different people in Texas. Both of them said it's snowing and they didn't know how long it was going to last. But for us, it's a cold day here. It's probably in the low 50s. So we're cold.
Yeah, that's cold for us. That's boots
Yeah.
and scarves here.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
what one thing that I would like to put out there in the universe, and I love putting it out in the universe, is that for my tax professionals, for
Mhm,
my enrolled agents, just to let
mhm.
you guys know, we will have volume 2, and we will be focusing specific on auditing. As we all know, the Internal Revenue Service has stepped up its services where they are going after a lot of small business owners. So
Mhm.
the book itself is going to help you and aid you in doing what you're supposed to. But we want to talk to you about what's going to happen if you do get that letter. Like tax season is over, the letters start coming. What's next? So if I have any tax professionals that are listening, any EAs that are listening, you specialize in tax resolution, let's have a conversation. I'd love to invite you to be part of the next project that we will be taking upon and releasing soon.
Amazing. All right. Thank you so much for joining
Ab-
me. Thank you for sharing that information. And
Absolutely. Absolutely.
where can the people get in contact with you for future reference? Business
Sure.
practice.
I am on all social media outlets at Cosette M. White. You can find
Mhm.
me on YouTube at Dr. Cosette M. White, and let's connect. And of course, if you are a tax professional, enrolled agent, CPA, why not join my group? Connect with us on Facebook at the Tax Curative Lab. It's all about growth. I don't focus a lot on the tax codes or anything. It's really about growing your business as a business owner.
Yes. And she will stretch you guys. So it's good stretching. So
Right.
it's a good stretch. So all right. Thank you so much, Dr. Cosette. And like I said, you'll be hearing from us really, really soon.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And you guys have a beautiful one.
All right, you too. Thank you.